Okay, well this is what you need to do if you've broken your fall off or it wore out or just got too short to use. What I've decided to do this time is try a double fall. Just had a longer one, looped it around, put it through there, and it's pretty much the same way you do a normal one, except for I'm doing a double. We'll see if it works. In theory, you know, it's just a breakdown, a continuation, where we have 4 strands here and we're going to go down to 2. The only difference, I guess, might be mass-wise is these do have a center, which I like to leave in the fall because it gives it a lot more strength. So this is how you retie the fall, or tie the fall for the first time for that matter. So you get that on there with your loop, and you put that down behind. Now each of these strands is going to go around all that. So run around behind and through here and take that around behind. I still have issues with this. It kind of gives me a fit from now and again. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. But that's how it's done. So you take, you know, it really doesn't make too much difference. When you first do this, it's going to want to come apart somewhat on you. So you just take the one that's overlapping and then you bring that around behind first. Make sure you got plenty of length. These are kind of short, but I don't want to shorten my whip anymore than I have to. Around behind, be sure to catch all of them. The previous one that you've done before, make sure you go around and go over that one as well. Now this is where it becomes a pain in the butt, especially with this being tied and waxed and stretched. It looks like it's there, I hope. It gets a bit confusing which ones you've already done. Can't see. There it is. It's okay, just take your time. Alright, there's the 2. Sometimes it helps to give them a little extra tug. Keep them in order. Don't cinch them tight because you have to work one through there yet. Leave space. Alright, next one, round behind. Be sure to go over all the last strands, the ones that previously done. My first time doing this, I had to redo it 4 or 5 times because I kept missing strands. I even did it once completely without having the fall underneath. And this is a little more difficult being it's all twisted and shorter strands. But as long as you get it in the right position, it doesn't have to be pretty. When you snug the knots up, you just take your time and make sure you snug them in order. And once it's looking pretty good, then you pull them tight. We're almost there. Okay, I think this is the last one. And what I will do is grab the hemostats, and I'm going to pull the last one through the previous ones. My dog is barking, she wants in. And then that's where it will stay. Get them a little more snug, and you just work these one at a time. Kind of watch and see which one you're pulling, which I'm not. I said, it's a pain in the butt. And this by no means look pretty at all, but and keep pulling and cinching tight. It does usually look pretty decent. The most important part is that it holds well. As long as the knots are done correctly, it's going to hold. No problems with that. It's actually not looking too bad. Okay, basically get a pair of pliers, cinch that down tighter, and then you can cut that one. I just trim them all, about 3/4 of an inch long. That's the way I usually do it. Some people singe them off right off there, but I just let them flare out a little bit. I kind of like that. I'm going to just do it. Well, actually, I want to pliers that. Hold on. That's how you do it. Shear them off there. Good to go. Retie your end. We can do that real quick, too. Tie the end. I find that there's 2 ways to do this, maybe even 3, but the way I was shown to start with, which is very simple, but I find it doesn't hold so well, is you go around through the hole and around and then back through here. It's a half hitch. And so you want to work this all kind of down. I lost it. A little tougher with 2. Sassy is not happy out there. And this will cinch it up tight. Like I said, this is an experimental deal. I'm doing a double fall, which everything else and everything I've seen is all single. I want to see how this works. That's how to do that. Cut that shit off, tighten it up. Make sure it's tight before you cut it off. And then, good to go. Later.